Let me get a bigger diagram to start with. So in these sorts of questions, I think it's quite important to just draw on as much information as you can, and then it might just click. Okay, it's easier said than done. This is the last question in the paper. I'm going to draw this. Now that is a rectangle. Okay, and it's also going to be a height of root 3. Because we're told the distance from each point of the smaller triangle to the nearest point of the larger triangle is root 3. So these are all root 3. And so is this and this. I'm not going to write it on every single one, but I'll write it here, root 3. And that one's also root 3. Now, because of the symmetry of the problem, I'm also going to therefore find that this length here in blue is the same as this length here in blue. And I've got a kite. So if I split that kite into a half, suddenly I've created a triangle. And this is where, this is always what you're looking for in these kind of questions, because we can deal with triangles. I've got the height of my triangle, and actually I've got an equilateral triangle split into two. So this here must be 30 degrees, and that must be 60, and that's a right angle. So I'm going to leave, I don't know what this distance is. I don't know what that is either, but it's the same as that. Maybe I'll call this y. Now, that's actually what I want to remember. I want to find a difference between the lengths of the edges of the two triangles. The difference in the lengths of the edges. So actually, I want to work out what 2y is. That's the ultimate aim. Okay, I can call this x, but I'm not interested because this is x as well. So the difference is just going to be this y plus this y. If I focus on this triangle here, I can write down that tan 30 is going to be the opposite, root 3, divided by y. And tan 30 is actually 1 over root 3. So I can rearrange that. Y over root 3 is equal to root 3, and therefore y is equal to 3. And so 2y, which is what I'm interested in, is equal to 6. And we're actually done. That's the answer. Now, in hindsight, it would have been slightly easier to have made this angle here 60 degrees, and then tan would have been a little bit less awkward. It would have been tan 60 is equal to y over root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. Of course, you need to know these to be able to do this, use this method. I'm not sure if you can do this question without knowing your exact trig values or figuring them out. But yeah, that would, in hindsight, that would have been slightly simpler. I wouldn't have had to have rearranged. But either way, I hope you're happy with it. That's actually quite a short answer for, such a complicated, well, this last question. But of course, the difficulty is realizing to do that sort of thing. But I guess to summarize, what was my approach here? It was to like put on the other lengths that are root 3 that kind of link to the vertices of the smaller triangle. Notice the shapes that we're getting, realizing that we're getting a kite here, split it into two. We've got some crucial angles in it. I can now work out this length, and actually it's this length plus this length, which is what the question is talking about. Figure it out, gives us 6 as the answer. Well done if you managed to get there, and thanks for watching this video.